What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the electric guitar tutorial for Surrender by Lincoln Brewster, the live version. Let's jump right into it. Okay, I'm going to be playing through the patch that I created for the Line 6 Helix, HX Stomp, Pod Go, and HX Effects. So if you like any of these tones that I'm creating for that Lincoln Brewster sound, feel free to click below and check it out and download it for yourself if you have those units. So this song is in the key of G or E minor. So it starts out with that intro part. So you're going to get your low E string involved, and it's going to be your ring finger on the 7th fret A string. And you could even hammer on from the 5th fret to the 7th fret. So I'm going to be playing through the G major scale, and what I consider in my brain, this is position 2, and the pentatonic scale area in whatever key I'm playing, I consider it as kind of like my position 1. That's like my home base. So if you have no idea really about scales and you want to learn more about them, feel free to sign up for my one-on-one lessons, and I'll kind of walk you through this and break this down even more. But for this video, I'm going to kind of show you just where to put your fingers and where to play. So it's going to be that hammer on. And then it's going to be this. So that's going to be hammer-ons and pull-offs. So it's going to be starting from the 5th fret A string. It's going to be that slide. It's going to be a minor slide. So you're going to slide a half step up. This is on the D string. You're going to start there. So it's going to be that movement. That's getting the 7th fret A string involved as well. Then there's going to be a bar on the 5th fret A and D string, and a hammer on. So I'm going to play that again. Then it's going to be a pull off, A string, 5th fret, 6th fret, 7th fret, low E string. Then you're going to phrase again. So then that's when you're going to slide up. So that's that movement. Then you're going to slide up to the 9th fret D string. Then 7th fret G string. And then you're on your B string, 8th fret. Then you're gonna jump back down to that spot. So back to your G string, 9th and 7th fret, pull off. Then a slide on your D string from the 9th fret down to the 7th fret. So I'm gonna play that again. I'm gonna play that slow. Then you finish it off with that cap there. And then you play this part. Starting on the 7th fret A string. So it's that same kind of idea again. So this part is you're going to jump to the G string, 7th fret, play the 9th fret G string, 8th fret B string, 7th fret B string. It's going to be that hammer on pull off on the G string. So those are going to all be pull offs. D string. string, 9th fret, 7th fret, A string, 9th fret, 7th fret. Slide down on the A string from the 9th to the 7th. So I'm going to play that again. So you're going to cap it off with that low E string, 7th fret again. Then you're going to hammer on for the 5th to the 7th. And then you're going to bar that. Do that same thing again on the 5th fret, A string and D string. And then now you're into the intro. So the intro chord progression is the same chord progression as the chorus. So I'm going to actually break down those chords because Lincoln actually switches between doing rhythm stuff and lead stuff throughout this song. So that first chord is your E minor 7. How I play that is I do first finger, 2nd fret, A string, middle finger, 2nd fret, D string. So then on the 3rd fret, B string and E string, I'm using my ring finger and my pinky. And then I have an open G string. So what I talk about a lot in using guitar chords is I talk about anchor points. And an anchor point is something to where you're using 1 or 2 fingers to really kind of pivot off of, and it really anchors you to the fretboard to the point where you can play chords that, and you don't even have to look away because it's all in the same position. It's anchoring and it's bridging the gap between all of your chord changes. And so those anchor points are defined on the notes that are shared between all of these chords. So like, for example, my first chord is an E minor. And then the next chord is a D chord, but it's a first inversion. It's a D over F sharp. Notice how my ring finger did not move. That just anchored that change right there, that chord change. So that chord is first finger, 2nd fret, 2nd fret, middle finger, G string, and low E string. And then your ring finger did not move. That's 3rd fret, B string. Now you can incorporate your open E string because I let off my pinky. Then you're going to play your G chord. Notice how my ring finger did not move. So this is a G5 chord, middle finger, 3rd fret, low E string, and 3rd fret, your pinky is back on the high E string. So this is a C2 chord. Notice how my pinky and my ring finger did not move. Literally the only thing that moved was my middle finger from the low E string to the A string. And then the acoustic guitar actually does this, but you can also incorporate it on electric. It's a little walk down. So it's just middle finger, 3rd fret, low E string, first finger, 2nd fret. And then open, low E string. So then this is just your traditional D chord, and you're adding, you can keep your pinky there, or you can let go, or you could do a sus. It's basically a sus resolving. So your first finger, 2nd fret, G string, middle finger, 2nd fret, high E string, and ring finger did not move, 3rd fret, B string. Or you can even do, so that's a pull off, and you're hammering on your middle finger, 2nd fret. Get that high E string in there. So I'm going to play that again. So you're going to be playing that chord progression, those chord shapes throughout the entire chorus unless you're soloing, which is the second guitar solo towards the end of the song. So during the intro, you're going to play those chords. You're going to play your E minor, your D, and your G, the normal chord progression, but then Lincoln Brewster breaks off and he starts soloing a little bit over the intro. So then you're in the first verse. So it's that same kind of stuff, starting on the A string, 7th fret, slide up to the 9th fret, and then 7th fret G string, hammer on, then a hammer on again, then a hammer on the D string, 7 to the 9th fret, and then rest. So that same thing again, starting on the A string, hammer on to the 7th fret D string, and then you have this going on. So then you're going to bend up on your D string 4th fret, and then you're going to bar your A string and E string on the 5th fret. Then slide to the 2nd fret low E string. Then you're into the first verse. So then the first and second verses, you're pretty much out unless you're playing rhythm, any of those chord shapes. But I'm basically going to jump through a series of licks that Lincoln plays in the live version, so you kind of get an idea of what he's playing so that you can incorporate that into your playing. Lincoln actually comes in on that first chorus. He does a little lick. You can play it 2 different ways. You can play it, or you can play depending on how you want it to sound. The first way you could play it is your first finger 7th fret, G string, and middle finger 8th fret, and you're going to hammer on to the 9th fret G string. Adds a little bit more brighter sound, or you could play it this way. So that's you're going to bar the 12th fret D and G string. You're going to hammer on your ring finger on the 14th fret, D string. So that transitions me into my second lick, and this is right before the second verse. So it's between the chorus and the second verse, and it sounds like this. So that's going to be a slide from the 12th fret A string to the 14th. Make sure in this section, you bar your D string, G string, and B string, 12th fret. And this is a hammer-on pull-off thing. So it's going to be a hammer-on the 14th fret G string, pull-off, and then you're going to finish that on your 14th fret D string. So then you're in verse 2. So then the second half of the verse, you hear that again. It's just different timing. Then you hear. Just playing around with those types of licks during verse 2. So then after verse 2, you're back into the chorus, and it's between, you sing the chorus twice. I surrender, and then there's a lick that goes like this. So that's in that same vein. So that's where it changes. So it's a hammer-on the G string, and then you're going to play the 14th fret D string. Then you're going to hit that bar chord on the 12th fret twice. Then it's a hammer-on from the 12th fret A string to the 14th fret. Then you're going to hit that bar again. Then you're going to slide. You're going to slide from the 14th fret to the 12th fret. So it's going to be a slide to the 12th fret, 10th fret, and then 12th fret again, and then low E string 12th fret. Then a hammer-on from the 10th to the 12th fret A string. So in that second half of the chorus, you hear this. So that is just an octave of your D chord, starting with your ring finger on the 15th fret B string. So it's ring finger on the 15th fret, and then middle finger on the 14th fret E string. And then you're going to bounce back and forth with your pinky on the 15th fret E string. strike both of the strings at the end of that. And you're back into the chorus. Okay, so now you're into the first guitar solo. So that first lick sounds like this. And I use my middle finger from the 8th fret to the 10th fret B string. And I'm using my first finger to mute. It might look like I'm actually pressing down, but I'm just holding it above it so I can dig into that note. Then you're back down to the 8th fret, to the 7th fret B string. Then you're going to hammer on and pull off. So you're going to hammer on to the 8th fret, pull off. Then you're going to hammer on and pull off. So you're going to hammer on from the, you're going to pull off from the 9th fret to the 7th fret. Then you're going to hammer on. And then you're on to the second part there. Second time is a hammer on. Then that part is all pull-offs. Starting on the G string, D string, 9th to 7th fret. And then pinky on the 10th fret A string. And then pull off to the 7th fret A string. So that's back to the beginning type of licks, starting on the A string, 7th fret. So we're going to slide from the 7th to the 9th, D string. And then first finger, 7th fret, G string. Then you're going to quick slide on the D string from the 9th to the 7th. Make sure you cap it off with the A string, 7th fret. And then you're going to hammer on to the from the 5th to the 7th fret. And then you're going to go. So that's on the A string, 5th to 7th. And then low E string. Then you're on to the next part. So you're going to bar the B string, 12th fret, and the E string, 12th fret. And then with your ring finger, go to the 15th fret, E string. Middle finger, 14th fret. And then you're going to do a slight, subtle pull off to the 12th fret. Okay. So that's a pretty signature lick that he does. So it's going to be a bend on the 14th fret to the 15th fret E string, back down, B string 15th fret, and then G string 14th fret, and then 12th fret B string, and then back up to the 15th fret B string, back to the 14th fret G string, to the 12th fret G string, down to the 11th fret. And then you're going to slide with your ring finger, or with your middle finger, D string 12 to 14th. So I'm going to play it again. Then you're going to slide from the 14th to the 12th, A string. So I'm going to play it again. So then it's kind of bringing in that same type of licks that he was playing earlier. So slide, 12th fret, A string. So pull off to the 10th fret, A string. eventually you're going to make your way back up to the 14th fret, A string, and then you're going to bar your 12th fret. Do that same hammer-on pull-off thing. So then you're going to cap that off with your 14th fret A string, and then you're going to come back. And then you're going to bring that lick back again that you played earlier. So you're going to end it on the 10th fret A string, and then you're going to strike your 12th fret as an octave up to finish off that guitar solo. So I'm going to play that again. So then after the first guitar solo, you drop. After you drop, you start building back into it, and you're back into the chorus, and then there's another lick that goes. So instead of barring, you're actually just hammering on your G string from the 12th to the 14th. You're just kind of walking down the scale. 14th fret D string. You're going to bar. That's how I play it. I bar my G string and my G string. D string, 14, 12, A string, 14, 12. You're going to slide to the 12, to the 10th, low E string, 12, 12, A string to the 10. And you're back in the chorus. So then we're about to approach the guitar solo. So he brings that back again, this part that goes like this. And then you're into the solo. So you're in a perfect spot to play that first bend. So that's going to be your ring finger on the 15th fret B string. And then first finger on the high E string to the middle finger, 14th fret E string. Back to the 12th. Back to the 15th B string. Back to the 12th. To the 14th E string. So then it's going to be 12 to 15 E string. And then you're going to shift. So that's going to be your barring the B string, E string, 15th fret. And then you're going to play your ring finger on the 17th fret, high E string. And you're going to alternate pick between your B string and your high E string. Then you're going to slide from the 17th to the 19th. Then you're going to slide up to the 20th. Then you're going to go back down the scale to the 17th and 15th. Then you're going to bend on the 17th E string. So you're going to bend up. So it's going to be a full bend, then like a half bend. Then it's going to be 15th fret E string, 17th fret E string, 17th fret B string. So you're going to do that same kind of bouncing back and forth. Then you're going to hammer on, and then you're going to play this. Same kind of licks there. It's all the same from that first guitar solo, and then this part. And then you're going to shift back to your original position. And make sure to get that low E string in there. be your hammering on again from your A string 5th to 7th fret, and get your low E string involved. D string 5th to 7th. Slide up to the 9th fret D string, 7th fret G string, and you kind of bounce back and forth between your G string 7th fret and your B string. Then you're going to bend on the 10th fret B string. And then you're going to do kind of a country lick, kind of a blues lick. So you're going to bend, but you're going to play your high E string 8th fret, and then your 10th fret E string. So that's going to be a pull-off hammer-on deal on the 8th fret B string. Okay, so I'm going to play that again. Then you're going to dig into it on your G string, 7th fret to 9th fret. And you're up to your original position up here. So those are octaves, and you're bouncing back and forth between those notes, and it's really important to get the rhythms right. So it's 12th fret G string and 15th fret high E string. And don't be afraid to get some vibrato in your G string. And then you have... So there's two ways you can play that, and I think he's playing it this way, but I think it's a bend. So that's your high E string on the 13th fret, bending up to your 14th fret. And then finishing it off with your 15th fret E string. The other way you could play it is B string 17th fret, bending to the 19th. And then ending it on the 15th high E string. But I don't think it's that large of a bend. I think it's only a half step. So then that lick comes back again. So then I'm back to bending that same lick the way that I'm used to playing it. Only it gets different here. So the difference that you play, instead of going, you're going bending from the 11th to the 12th. And you're going to bar your middle finger on the D string and A string. And then first finger 10th fret A string, and then 9th fret. And then you're out. Well, thank you so much for watching this video. If you found this video helpful, hit the thumbs up button. If you're looking to go deeper in learning the electric guitar or acoustic guitar, feel free to sign up for my one-on-one Zoom lessons that I have available on my website. Link down below, and we'll see you in the next video.